Hello dear friends, welcome to Owlets Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a general collective for Pisces for the month of December, although time's funky and it might apply at a different time. I think we click on these readings when we're meant to. Please remember, it's a general collective. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. If nothing resonates, check your moon and your rising, or check last month's reading. Maybe you'll get something from that. Anything you need to know about the channel is in the description box down below, including all the information you need to know about my personal readings. I've got my December pricing down there. The way I'm doing things this month is I've meditated on your energy, and I've drawn 3 shamanic healing oracle cards, one kind of representing the beginning of the month of December, or the cycle, you know, whenever this applies, if it applies to you. The beginning toward the middle being the second card, and then the third card being the wrap-up. The first card out, we have self-love. And before I even pressed record, I started drawing your cards. I only drew 2. But the 2 that came out under self-love are it was the 5 of Swords in reverse and the 4 of Cups in reverse. So after seeing those, you know, because what this tells me with the 5 of Swords, this is a real laying down of the swords, a waving of the white. No, not necessarily a waving of the white flag. Just kind of coming to some resolution on some matter. There's forgiveness here. But when it's followed by the 4, or pardon me, the 4 of Cups in reverse, this is telling me that there's a bit of inaction coming from you, or if this is a cross-watcher watching, energies are interchangeable. I feel like it's a call for you to forgive, and there's a bit of hesitancy there for, you know, you may have your reasons. I'm also getting, you know, a strong sense of depression from some of you. Some of you are going through depression, hard times. Make sure to reach out to others, to loved ones. There's always someone who cares. I care. Feel free to reach out to me in my email. It's in the description. The holidays can be a difficult time. I'll also try to remember to include the number for, you know, suicide hotlines and the crisis text line. It's good to have them on handy in case you know somebody who needs them during this time of year. Anyway, back to this call for self-love. When I look at this card, I see, you know, it's almost like this is you, kind of flying between the sun and the moon, between clear skies, rainy skies, trying to get into your groove, trying to refocus, trying to focus on self-love. The self-love is going to come from forgiveness and from, this is not a fixed energy. So switching this around, you can be a bit more disconnected, but there's also that sense of just needing to look and realize the gift. And I say that because your second shamanic healing oracle is past, present, and future. And this card has a lot to do with recognizing the gift of experiences, whether those experiences are labeled good or bad. And speaking of labeling, you might want to look at that. Look at how you are labeling your experiences. When we label experiences as bad and create that duality, it gets into that gray area where we're setting ourselves up with expectations and judgments and agendas, and that keeps us from living in the present, which is going to alter the course of the future. Your third shamanic healing oracle is feminine energy. So I'm sensing that there needs to be a healing of the divine feminine in a lot of you, which is no surprise. I think that many of us need to heal ourselves in many ways after the blow of this year. That another fellow tarot reader on YouTube, one of my favorites, Scorched Earth Tarot. If you don't know her, you should definitely check her out. I just finished watching one of her readings, and she said this has been one of the longest, shortest years of her life. Yeah, that's exactly what it's felt like. And we all need that healing. Alright, so we got the 2 cards for self-love, which were both in reverse. So now, Source, let's get back into this, please. Let's have 2 cards for past, present, and future. We've got Justice. And the Emperor in reverse. Alright, before we go over that, let's just grab the 2 cards for the feminine. Alright, we have the Ace of Wands, and we've got Temperance. Alright, so, my goodness, let me grab my drink, because of course my mouth is dry. Okay, so for the past, present, and future, we've got, these always appear reversed. We've got first out Justice, and then we've got the Emperor in reverse. And it's funny because it gives me the same kind of vibe as as this, the laying down of the swords, and then kind of this resistance or this stagnation. Here, with the Justice card, we've got fairness and recognition and a real acknowledgement for there's a clarity for some of you, seeing that where you're at in life is based on certain decisions that you've made. And you may have been harboring unjust resentment and just kind of really being blind to that. And that's a pattern that I think many of you are in the process of changing. And I say that because underneath feminine energy in your last two cards out, with the Ace of Wands and then Temperance, this is inspiration, right? With the Ace of Wands, this is that spark of creativity. This is hard work leading to clarity, a more balanced view, a clearer vision of what it is that you want to achieve. Yeah, so there's a lot of learning. I do feel like these energies coming out in reverse, these are just warnings from the universe, you know, to flip them around, because when flipped, we've got this very clear story that's about recognition, about learning from, about doing better, leading to that spark of something, the energy to put in the work, because you suddenly have that clarity of vision. I pulled two empowering questions cards for you, and without even realizing it, one of the cards is it asks, and these are questions that I implore you to ask yourself. I think it's very important when we ask ourselves empowering questions. One of the questions that I had pulled, though, for you is, what are my greatest strengths? How will they support me in achieving my vision? And this is about clarity in that vision, what it is you want to achieve. So this is a really important question for you to ask yourself. And the other question, pardon me, is, what is the one thing I can do today to get closer to my ideal life? What is one thing that you can do to get closer to your ideal life? Even if it's journaling, starting to journal what you're grateful for, the lessons that you've learned this year. Journaling is a great way to tap into your divine feminine. It's also a great way to recognize and acknowledge the past so that you can more firmly exist in the present with love for yourself, with acceptance for yourself, with resolution here. That's beautiful. And crowning, we have the Five of Pence in reverse. So this is also a turnaround. It's more stability on ground that was shaky. And underscoring, we've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is releasing those anxieties, releasing. How about just releasing the fucking year, right? Releasing, purging, preparing for next year. Giving yourself a pat on the back that, you know, you made it, we made it, we held tight, we pushed through. Okay, now for my Pisces in love, looking for love. Those of you who just want to get some insight on the person occupying your mind and or heart space, I'm going to pull, and I'm going to do this different next month. I'm going to start using the archetypes, but for this month we're going to stick with the animals. This is the hell's the name of this deck? I forget it every time. Animal Messages. Alright, for Pisces. For my Pisces. I don't know how that card got in there. This deck's in reverse. It's Surrender Now. And I think that it's a card that was left in there from one of the previous reads. Okay, so for your energy, we've got Rhinoceros. Still the chatter within to see your true path in life. Quieting that inner voice that's constantly questioning, that's constantly doubting. Learning to be calm and stable and supportive. No longer carrying around that baggage that we all carry because of our almost innate, this innate reaction to label things as bad. Stilling the chatter within to see your true path in life. So, self-loving, doing all this mending of self in order to get the healthiest relationship, the relationship that you deserve. Where'd that card go? Okay, and then we've got, for the other energy, Deer. Take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So this, to me, is a couple that's complementing each other. That's complementing each other in the messages. Because the messages are very similar here, right? Yours, or the messages can be flipped, reversed. Rhinoceros, still the chatter within to see your path, your true path in life. And then the deer, take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. Let me grab. We're already over the 20-minute mark, so it's going to take forever to upload. No joke, like once it hits 20 minutes, it goes into like, it goes from like uploading in 45 minutes, which like a 19-minute and 59-second video would take. As soon as it's like 20 minutes or more, instantly it's like 3-4 hours before the fucker, pardon my language, gets updated, or uploaded, rather. Just quick. At the bottom of the deck, we've got Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Blending, beautifully with the message of these cards. So this is about a relationship that really complements. Like a one hand washes the other. One keeps one in check and the other keeps the other in check. Both are low-key when it comes to a lot of things with one another. Low-key in a very non-Aries way. A strong reminder to tend to the small things. And look at that mouse decked out to the nines. I fucking love this card. Alright, and then on the energy on your side is Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. Remind you of another message. And on their side, beautiful, the Beaver Spirit, laying a solid foundation. So it seems to be a relationship with a very solid foundation. Either one that's started or one that's on its way. At the bottom of the deck, I also see the hare. The message there is discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. Very important message. Very important message for this portion of the love read. Yeah, take that into account, Aries. Discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. Alright, this is another beautiful read as we wrap up a year that has had beautiful moments, but has been a year of a lot of hurt and a lot of doubt and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of emotion. So remember, my dear friends, to take the time to tend to the small things, to take the time to be compassionate with yourself, as compassionate as you are with others, as forgiving as you are to others. You owe that to yourself. If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Alright, dear friends. I will see you probably back here before the holidays. But if not, I wish you all the best if you celebrate any of the holidays. I wish you calm. I wish you comfort. I wish you good health, to be safe. Take good care of yourselves and take care of those around you. And until we see each other again, I love you as always, and thank you for watching. Yeah. Bye, friends.